Hello, everybody. Outsourcing. Outsourcing is one of the preeminent trends and unfortunate circumstances for some of our time. And as I reflect on some of the articles in the newspapers and books in print today, there's really so many more negative aspects of outsourcing and globalization that we see than the positive aspects. In reality, in 1970, only about 28% of the world was either an import or export. Today, about 60% is. And the United States is either the top exporter and the top importer, 1 and 2, throughout the world. So we certainly export a considerable amount, and we also import a considerable amount. So it's clear that globalization has benefited our country and ourselves by having cheaper products, but it certainly has a consequence as well of a movement of jobs throughout the world too. So as I reflect upon the impact of globalization, I thought I would talk about the 4 factors that I see, the 4 most important factors as to why globalization and specifically outsourcing has gained such prominence over these years. First is that global transportation costs have fallen mainly as a result of the affordability of airline travel. And this has reduced the cost to ship and receive goods anywhere in the world. And so as your costs to ship the product fall, then it certainly encourages companies to move to lower cost, lower wage countries, because the amount that they're paying less for labor, which is often the highest percentage of producing something, if transportation costs are likewise quite small, then you can still maintain profits. But if you were to move your production to a lower wage country, but telecommunications and transportation costs was so much higher, then it wouldn't be beneficial. But transportation costs have fallen considerably, and it makes it more advantageous financially to move operations overseas. Similarly, computerization and telecommunications have allowed orders to be received, processed, and built from nearly any country. To own a business today, especially with companies like eBay, all you need is a computer and an office and a place to put together your products and services. So I was talking to somebody today who's going to go work for an insurance company. They're going to work from their home. They're going to give, the company's going to give them a computer, a telephone, and they can just pop on and do their job at home and talk to customers throughout the world. It's an amazing occurrence, but that person doesn't have to be in the United States. They can be in another country as well. Third, low wage and low skilled jobs can be outsourced to those countries with a lower standard of living, thereby reducing costs while producing similar produced goods. And so here in the United States, we may have had jobs that didn't require much knowledge, didn't require much skill, but yet we paid them considerably more 20, 30, 40 years ago. Now we don't have to do that. If it is a lower wage, a lower knowledge and lower skill-based job, we can certainly find a country that has lower knowledges and skills, which also results in lower pay. So we can receive the full value and pay for the skills and knowledge, only for those skills and knowledge needed to produce the product. And 4, consumers are more interested in lower priced goods than supporting the industries of their own countries. In other words, the old Buy American thought of some years ago doesn't exist now. Consumers just want the lower price. So these 4 factors are the primary reason that outsourcing exists today. Globalization has reduced travel costs and shipping costs. So global transportation costs have fallen. Second is computerization and telecommunications. It means that you can sell any product anywhere in the world. All you need is a computer and a phone in some cases. Low wage and low knowledge jobs can now be found throughout the world. And if you have a product that only requires low knowledge and low skills, you can move the product to a lower standard of living country and pay less. And lastly, consumers don't seem to care where their products are built anymore. They just want a low-priced product, quality being the same. So what's clear about globalization outsourcing is that it will remain a potent force in our country. And those that benefit from these factors are those that can develop what I think is a knowledge, skill, and ability and talent that really can't be replicated. It can't be outsourced because only you have that. So develop that, and you can have a much greater opportunity to have job safety and job security, and also much more peace in your future. Hope this helps a little bit. Outsourcing is a fantastic subject, and once we learn about something, we're less able to fear it and more able to confront it and overcome it. So hopefully that discussion was had today. Enjoy the day. We'll chat again. Thanks.